here 4 years ago, actually next week, and one of my co-workers says to me, Mark, when Hollywood come knocking on your door and they're going to write the story of what you did in Indonesia, the tagline is going to be one man, 2 suitcases, and a great idea. And looking at that store, actually, 4 years ago was a green field. So that's been my life for 4 years in Indonesia. It's been a bit of a roller coaster. It's been great fun. And but I've gone on long enough now. So in Swedish we say tack. Tack is thank you. And many things remain to be done. Nothing's ever finished. And we always look forward to a glorious future. Thank you very much.
All right, once again, please give applause to Mr. Mark. Shall we go? All right, thank you, Mr. Mark. It is really inspirational presentation. So from your presentation, suddenly I really fall in love with IKEA. Once again, boleh tepuk tangannya buat Mr. Mark.
Thank you very much.
Alright, for the next session, we would like to open the question and answer sessions. Oke, buat teman-teman yang mau bertanya silakan. Tidak ada mic. Please once again raise your hand.
Hi, my name is Ryan Gotama from Marketing Communication. I just want to ask, after you face the challenge of developing IKEA in Indonesia itself, like, is there any possibility for you to build another IKEA store in another area in Jakarta or Indonesia? Because there's still only one store here in Tangerang, in Alam Sutra exactly.
That's a very good question. And the answer is most definitely yes. Can't tell exactly where it is at the moment because the land price might go up, but it will be somewhere in the east of the city. And we will start, we're already in design stages at the moment. We haven't yet finalised the land purchase, but we've started the design process for store 2. And that will be the second of many more to come.
Alright, thank you. Next questions, please.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Rehan from Management. I have several questions. First, why does IKEA choose Indonesia as one of its branch? And second, I did some research about your blue bag. It made of polypropylene.
Yep.
And I want to ask, is it safe for our environment? Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Good question. Thank you. First of all, why Indonesia? Why not? No. Okay, here it is now. Let's get this straight. This is the world's 4th most populous country. You don't have to be an Einstein to work out that the middle class is growing. If you read the McKinsey report, by 2030, Indonesia will be the 7th largest economy in the world. It's not a long way away, you know. And what does the 7th largest economy in the world mean? It means you're bigger than the largest economy in Europe, Germany. So, in not too long a time, we see that at the moment, if you take Jakarta, Greater Jakarta, Jabodetabek, it's actually arguably the third largest conurbation in the world, after Tokyo, Yokohama, and New York. Depending on how you count the numbers, it's Mexico City, then it's Greater Jakarta, Jabodetabek. But let's say 28 million people. Truth is, nobody knows, do they? It's driven from the census in 2010. And did everybody go in the census? Other interesting facts about why Indonesia and why specifically Jakarta. Every 3 years, 1 million people come to Jabodetabek. What do 1 million people need when they move house? I've got it. Come to me. Okay. More interesting facts about why Jakarta. We think today that roughly one third of the population can afford to shop at IKEA. Unfortunately, 2/3 are still on their journey. So if we say it's 28 million people, and roughly a third of those can shop at IKEA, so that's roughly 9.5 million. Now, for any Swede, we will know that 9.5 million people is equivalent to the population of Sweden, where we have 21 stores. So by that mark, we should have 21 stores today. Doesn't quite work that equation, but the potential is huge, and we will be looking beyond Jakarta in the expansion plans. The next question that's sometimes asked is, why now? Well, to be perfectly frank, most of the, let's call it easy, market entries have been done. IKEA's been in Singapore for many years, been in Malaysia for 12 years now. One of the degrees of difficulty with Indonesia is the complex regulatory structures and changing structures here. So, market entry here is not for the inexperienced, and not for those who aren't game to take the challenge, because nothing runs smoothly. So that was why Indonesia. And your next question was, sorry, why Indonesia? And your blue bag is... Oh, blue bag, okay, polypropylene. Well, the truth is, as long as it doesn't end up in a landfill, so we're not going to dispose of it, as long as it remains in your cupboard every time you come to IKEA, then it's perfectly safe. And yes, it is made of polypropylene, but it is reusable, not disposable. And that is by far better for the environment than every time you went to Hero, a giant supermarket, and got 3 disposable bags that went into your rubbish that went into landfill. So it's a better option for sustainability.
Next questions, please. Okay, my name is Bina from Management Marketing. You already tell about your GSR. I would like to ask how important your company conducting GSR to building your brand in Indonesia, and what is effectiveness of GSR in building the image of your brand?
So that was a question I got to write about how we intend to build the brand here. Is that right? Well, first and foremost, and for those who haven't been to an IKEA store yet, rush out this weekend, because you will see with your eyes that it is different, okay? But primarily, it is the establishment of large-scale, large-format IKEA blue boxes that is the first line of launching the brand in Indonesia. In terms of the CSR element, we've got more to come, I think, but we have developed an affinity with sanitation and clean water. And we like the theme of that, and we think it's something that needs to be done. So we will continue in CSR. We have done other things in CSR in terms of, if you saw the opening shots, there was a yellow shirt with batik on it. I don't know, for those who are watching closely. We like competitions at IKEA. So before the store had even opened, I'd been told by many people that batik is quintessentially Indonesian. Batik is the embodiment of the nation of Indonesia. And some say it has mystical powers. I don't know about that, but it's very close to the heart of all Indonesians. Now, I did a little bit of reading and I found out that different patterns come from different areas with different colours. And many patterns have a story. And it's the story sometimes as interesting as the design. So what we thought would be good to do was, this is our standard sales shirt. This is where I'm a salesman basically at the end of the day. I sell bookcases, remember? And it's a bit like, don't mess with it. It's such an iconic thing. But I got a bit crazy on one. I said, well, I want to design a blue and yellow sales shirt, Indonesian style. And quite often I get this response, are you completely crazy, Mark? I said, you cannot do that. Do you know what I think when I hear you cannot do? I think I might just have a go at that. Because I guess I'm a bit of a rebel at heart, but if you don't try something, you'll never move it forward. You know, IKEA is about innovation. It's about doing things differently, doing things smartly, having customer in mind. So I know that as an international business, we need to connect and engage. I also know I've got a relatively small marketing budget for such a big brand. And anything I can do from a PR perspective, driven by CSR, has got to be good for awareness. So we ran a competition. We had design colleges from Jakarta, from Bandung, from Surabaya. We had 29 entries. We coached them in what is IKEA. We gave them the trade dress. We showed them about Sweden. We showed them. So your challenge is to design the next IKEA sales shirt in blue and yellow, but we want it to embody IKEA, and we want it to be distinctly Indonesian. Now, I should have really guessed that batik would be in it somewhere, but we didn't say you had to do batik. And we had some great designs, and the winner of the competition used something called the Kawang pattern, for those who know the batik. And Kawang has a beautiful story about where the gods live in the north, the east, the west, and the south, where the rain falls. And in typical IKEA style, who should choose who wins? So we got all the young designers to put their graphic together and their story, and we put it up in our small conference room. Then I asked all of the IKEA co-workers to go and choose what they wanted, because they're going to have to wear it, you know? So they chose it, and I kid you not, that there were co-workers, Indonesian co-workers, with tears in their eyes. One, that such a large, powerful international business might actually care, and two, that they saw that what an organised commercial format could do in conjunction with local sensitivity. And that the best thing is this. Batik is worn on Friday, yeah? I guess you all wear batik on Friday, yeah? So it's our Friday shirt. So our Friday shirt, it's IKEA, but it's IKEA Indonesia. And the best thing is when the customers come in and they see our guys, the Indonesian official version of IKEA. I think it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So, another story of our small efforts on CSR.
Thank you so much. Next question.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everybody. I have one question. Why IKEA Indonesia brave to make self-service to the customer? In other hand, a lot of furniture shop give a service like to create to build furniture or to deliver the furniture. Thank you.
Okay, that's a great question also, because Indonesia has a history for those that can afford it, a full service environment. Was it another crazy moment when I said you should do it yourself? No, what you aren't seeing yet is the full impact of the cost of labour in this market at the moment. But trust me, in 10, 15 or 20 years' time, labour content will be a large element of the business profit and loss account. Just because it doesn't form a huge part of our P&L at the moment doesn't mean that we should over-employ or be inefficient. So the first thing about doing it, we ask you to do it yourself, is to save money. And remember, only those who have low costs can have low price. So if I let the costs go up, I'm going to increase the price. So we're not interested in that. We're interested in getting the price as low as we can, so as many people as possible will be able to afford it. Remember that? So it's all part of the system. It's an established way of working. And if that doesn't convince you, remember, only IKEA designs are sold in IKEA stores. So, you can't get it anywhere else. Having said that, if you want somebody to pick the products for you, we have a picking fee. Somebody can do it. If you want somebody to take it home for you, we have a delivery service at a reasonable cost. And if you want somebody to build it for you, we have an installation service, and that is also at a reasonable cost. So IKEA is for everyone. If you're not a DIYer, it doesn't matter. But here's also another dynamic of Indonesia, say compared to Singapore, where the cost of labour is high in Singapore. Indonesian middle-class families have a lot of help. Many have one or two drivers. Many have nannies. Many have helps. And that community always knows somebody who can build a bookcase. So actually it's easier in Indonesia than it is in Singapore. But the bottom line is, only IKEA products are available from IKEA stores. And we try to keep the prices down.
Thank you so much. Unfortunately, that is the last question on site. And the last questions come to from online participants. So the question is, what methods of production that IKEA used to produce in high quality at low price?
That's an excellent question, because that's the crux of pricing, isn't it? What do we do to get the right quality at the low price? I think that was the question, yeah?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, well, first of all, you find a quality manufacturer. And the next thing you do is you give him very large orders. As big an order as you can, without compromising on the quality. Because the bigger the order in the commercial world, the lower the unit price becomes. So that's one thing about price and quality. The other thing is that our design teams and engineers are frequently in manufacturing units around the world, and they're always looking at doing things differently. Can I say that? Does anybody know how much of a tree is actually used in planks? Can you guess what percentage of the wood in a tree would be actually turned into a plank of wood? Go have a guess. Anybody? It's less than 100. Okay. Okay, I'll tell you. 16% of what you cut down from a tree generally becomes usable wood. And the reason for that is, most people want a beautiful fine grain with no knots where the branch goes out of the trunk. So what you find is people consider that to be inferior or waste wood. So that doesn't go into the finished product. So IKEA said, we like knots. We think knots are brilliant. And we can get woods with knots in at about a third of the price. If we design a table which glorifies knotty wood, yeah, we can get that table at a third of the price. So it's these tricks that we do that are all about getting the right, designing for the right price. And the third example I will give of that is some of our engineers were in Poland, and they're in a factory that had an injection moulding machine, an old one that had been sitting in the corner for 20 years. And the engineer said, what does that do? Oh, we don't use it anymore. I said, but does it work? I said, yeah, it works, but not for 15 years. So the engineer said, well, what if we give you a mould to make a product? Can that do it? I said, yes, we can do that. So what you're doing now is you're using obsolete machinery that's already been paid for. So there's no cost in manufacturing for that unit. Therefore, there's no cost of machinery in this new product. And what they ultimately produce, for those who have been to an IKEA, is the children's plastic range of cups and plates. So not only did we actually use a redundant machine, we got an iconic product which has become a world bestseller by thinking differently, thinking smartly. So all of those things combined allow us to get the right quality at the right price.
Okay, once again, please give applause to Mr. Mark. Okay, for the last, could you please give us last 1 or 2 sentences to close your presentation today?
Okay. Well, first of all, it's been a pleasure to meet you guys, and thank you very much for the invite. I sell bookcases, yeah? But actually, it is community involvement that's important. I do sit behind my desk at times, I do sit on my laptop at times, and I do run a P&L. But it's occasions like this that are really important for the IKEA brand. Because today, you will have a different view of IKEA than the view that you walked in that door with. And I would like to think that I've contributed to lighting an IKEA fan candle in every one of you. So it's great to be able to come out to meet you guys. It's great to be able to introduce the world's most loved home furnishing brand. Forget the money. It's a loved brand with loved products. And today, I hope that I've inspired you, one, to at least come and eat some meatballs in the IKEA restaurant. We have plenty of seats. And two, retail is a great career, sometimes overlooked, and I would encourage you to think about it. Thank you very much.
Okay, it is a really good moment with you, sir. Once again, thank you. Please give applause. Thank you so much. Okay, for the last sessions, I would like to invite Ms. Karen Imam as Bina's Global Director to give closing speech. Please give applause to Ms. Karen.
Okay, good afternoon everybody. So I think just for the closing, so my name is Karen. I'm the Director of Bina's Global, but some of you may know me. And for the international office, the one going abroad, yeah? And collaboration. So first of all, on behalf of Venus University, our rector and CEO, I would like to thank IKEA and as well to thank all of you, yeah, for the time and for the sharing session. Thank you very much. And I think from my side, coming from Europe, I was very excited when IKEA finally come in Indonesia. Yes. So we have been there several times, and we had to stop going there, in fact, yeah. Because retail and shopping is it's a big addiction once you come in IKEA. So I don't know how many of you have been to IKEA yet? Have you been to IKEA? Okay. So that's I usually say that's the shop where you enter, you know that you don't need anything, but you will for sure come out with many things. Yeah, so I think that's the beauty and that's the beauty of the IKEA strategy, and I think that's as well what you have to learn. You are from marketing, from business, and I guess from other background. So I think learning from the way IKEA has created their business model is very powerful. The way they have been able to adapt and to spread around the world, and with always the same, how do you say, excitement, on the customer side. That's quite amazing. So I think we should, and you should as well, take and listen, to the opportunity given. Could be for first going there and looking at what they are doing, and later on, why not applying for internship and pre-recruitment and so on, because as well they will grow. So that's only the beginning, and that's where you, not only as customer but as a student and potential employees, and you are here to contribute and to benefit from that. They need you as well, to grow and to spread around Indonesia. So one more thing as well, I think this session was really focusing on CSR, and I think we all have to learn about CSR, even if in Indonesia we know that's mandatory for a company to invest or to have one part of their revenue for CSR. It's still something that is at the very beginning of the development. So I guess that I hope you have learned as well a lot, that you can as well see how companies are developing their CSR, what is the strategy behind CSR, and how you as well in your classroom and later on in project and potential work, you can as well benefit and take part of CSR. So that as well part of a potential career. And because if you are in branding, you use CSR. If you are in people development, you use CSR. If you are in finance, you as well use CSR. So that is as well something that you have to consider. Voilà, so one more time I would like to thank you, IKEA. I would like as well to thank the team that have been organizing this seminar. So thank you for marketing communication and as well online learning, and thank as well to all our online community. I think that have been that are from different countries. So I think we have thank you for the online community from Qatar, from Timor-Leste, and as well from all over Indonesia. So once again, thank you very much.
Okay, once again, please give applause to Mr. Mark and Ms. Karen. So that's all for today. I'm Gary Christian. Thank you all for coming, and see you in the next Studium Generale.